Would you guys like to win some free skins today? Make sure to join my Discord and check out the free skin event where each and every single one of you can win free skins by participating. The Discord link will be in the description below. In today's video, we're going to go over the new blog post, which is actually really interesting. We're going to talk about the new content that it talked about, which is Workstations, which is probably going to change the whole crafting scene in Unturned. If you guys enjoyed these videos, make sure to drop a like. Let's try to reach 200 likes, and subscribe if it is your first time here. And let's get straight into the video. Today's video is sponsored by Anaba, your ultimate gaming marketplace. With over 40,000 digital products, Anaba.com is a safe, affordable, and sustainable marketplace for the gamers of today and tomorrow. Anaba.com is continuously expanding to becoming your go-to platform for all of your gaming needs. They have the hottest deals of any title, old or new, from AAA titles to indie games. They have something for every gamer. And with an excellent Trustpilot score, you can rest assured your gaming experience will run smoothly. Anaba.com prioritizes customer satisfaction by offering 24/7 live support to resolve any concerns regarding your purchase. Why pay more when you can grab literally any game such as GTA 5, Minecraft for a discounted price? Whether you're a PC gamer or prefer consoles, Anaba does have you covered. It is only a few clicks and you're just playing your favorite game. Make sure to check out Anaba today. It will be linked in the description below. So basically, this new blog post is talking about workstations, which I would assume are similar to what the Rust workstation are. So they're talking about is that very soon there's going to be a new update, which is going to completely change the crafting scene in Unturned. Now, in this blog post, he does mention that these workstations were modeled by Dogfood, who, if you guys didn't know, was the original mod maker of the stacking mod, making it seem like we're going to get more mods into Unturned officially. So something about this is that I've seen a lot of comments asking if these workstations will be on every single map, and to that, I would probably assume that they're only going to be on the vanilla maps. On curated maps, I don't think it will have to be like that, because that would just be too much work, I think, and the curated maps, for example, having a workbench on escalation just doesn't make sense. They're saying that players are interested in some additional depth when it comes to crafting, so workstations, I would assume, are going to be, for example, certain items wouldn't require a workstation in order to actually craft them. I would assume stuff like high tier end loot, like horde beacons, raiding gear. For example, even certain types of ammunition can now be crafted. We will see. But in this screenshot over here, we can see that, for example, now you can craft yourself a medkit, which before you could not be able to do that. Over here at the side, if we zoom in, we can see different types of workstations. There's campfire, chemistry lab, dive vet, and simple workbench. I'm going to assume that the simple workbench means that it's going to be the workbench that is mostly used. Then campfire is going to be, for example, for when you need to make yourself food. Chemistry lab, it's basically what is shown right now. So stuff like making yourself meds and that kind of stuff. Over here you can see the ingredients and the product and the crafting level that you would require and the required capability, which is the workstation. And then I'm going to assume that dive vet is basically to change colors. So maybe now we can be able to change colors of certain weapons. I think that would be really cool if we can, for example, change weapon skins as well in game. So for example, in Rust, there is the way to change an AK skin, for example, and you have 5 different AK skins. You are able to change them in the server as well, making it much easier and much more fun. Something else that I see over here is that you can also craft bounce charges from chemistry lab, so this would probably mean that you would need a chemistry lab in order to craft yourself charges as well. But basically, this is what the new crafting UI will look like. I would assume that the basic starting off one, so for example, building a base, it's just normal how it was before. I really hope that there will not be a workstation required in order to build a base, because it would just make it 10 times harder for you to start off as well. Currently, how it is with Rio and Buak, you would just require a lot of tools and a lot of items in order to build a base, and I am not really a huge fan of that. I think bases should be easily be able to be built, but I am excited to see what these workstations will be like. Another one over here is we have ourselves another screenshot, which is the way to fix items. So this is required a simple workbench, meaning that in order to fix items for when you're playing on a server with decay or single player or whatever, you would require a simple workbench. It looks like over here there's also the different categories. So the categories that we had before are also, seems like they're going to be fixed as well. It seems like certain items also, for example, stuff like base decorations and all of that, will require a simple workbench because the icon for them are all the way over here. There's a new icon over here as well, which looks pretty interesting. I don't really know what that's going to be, but that is basically what it looks like. Then in this blog post, they had mentioned that the screenshot competition is almost over as well, but obviously the most important thing was this. They also did mention about brick ovens, which I am going to assume is an upgraded campfire in order for you to be able to cook certain foods. They also did mention this paragraph, which is pretty important to what I was saying earlier. They say that certain items will still be craftable without a workstations, for example, items like wooden structures and barricades, salvage items, and create some other basic items. So I would also assume that in order for you to upgrade your base to metal, you would require a workstation as well. Which workstation is probably either a simple workbench, but it also makes it harder to build a base. Now I don't know what you need in order to craft these workstations. For example, I would assume that a campfire is just how it was before, so 5 logs. But I hope that the simple workbench, chemistry lab, and dive vet, they will not be very hard to craft, because I would think that a lot of people would still skip over them. But basically, that is the new blog post. Obviously, when the workstations are out, I will do a video about them, going over them in detail. Let me know what you guys think of this new update. I do like it. I do think that it's going to be pretty interesting. But at the same time, I hope that people will like it as well. As I said, this will probably be just only in vanilla. But it's very nice to see that Nelson is now updating the game and listening to player feedback. And that is it for this video, guys. I really hope that you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!